Hello, beautiful. My name is Maria. Welcome back. How do you stay in alignment every day? I'm here to talk about 6 quick ways that you can stay in alignment on a daily basis. I try to incorporate I try to incorporate personally 20 minutes of meditation so that I can connect to my guides, my higher self, source, all that is, God, goddess, however you want to term the all that is. But sometimes life gets the best of me and I only have 5 minutes. And so I wanted to share that with you so that you know how easy it is to do that, even if it's just for 1 minute. But you can spare 5 minutes. I mean, like, let's be real. I mean, I'm not perfect by any means. If I miss a day because I got too busy, and let's face it, I can fit in just like you can fit in exercise. You can fit it in, but it happens. I'm not perfect. We're not perfect. Where I forget, I get caught up, and I forget. Well, either I do it as soon as I remember, or I'm back on the wagon the next day. So, here are 6 ways that you can stay in alignment every day. One way is affirmations. Affirmations is, or also known as a mantra, is a positive statement to help you break a pattern or create a pattern or behavior. For in this case, I am aligned to my higher self. I am aligned to source. I receive guidance from source, or I receive guidance from my higher self. Basically, this can be used for any area in your life. The way this would become effective, and this is what I recommend starting out, is reading the statement several times throughout the day, preferably out loud. But if you cannot, you can say it under your breath or in your head. But you can, what you can do is set reminders in your phone or somewhere where you see it, where you're seeing it all the time and you're reading it constantly, just so that you can build momentum. Okay. Secondly and what that does is obviously connecting you and aligning you, right? So second one is breath work with the intention of centering. So breath work alone connects you to source, connects you to spirit, right? Connects you to your higher self. Us as human beings, we are constantly taking shallow breaths. We don't realize that. We're never really taking deep belly breaths. Deep belly breaths serve us in twofold. One is to connect you to spirit, and two is it delivers more oxygen to your blood, to your body, which is very helpful. And it creates more energy, more flow in your body, right? So what you do is you take a few moments, maybe a minute, and you pick a cadence, whether it's 4-4-4, 3-3-3, 4-7-8, whatever your belief system is, whatever you're comfortable with. And what you're doing is you're taking an in breath to the count of, let's say we're doing 4-4-4. In to the count of 4, hold to the count of 4, and then out to the count of 4. So that can come out through your mouth or through your nose. And again, a few minutes of that will help you physically and spiritually. And that's a quick way to do a recentering and connecting yourself to your higher self and to spirit, the great spirit, all that is. The next tip and quick way to align with your higher self is a quick 5-minute higher self meditation. So let's say you don't have time for a 20-minute meditation, so you're taking 5 minutes. What you do is you seek out a spot where you won't be interrupted, and you start by closing your eyes, taking a few deep belly breaths, connect to your higher self, and then draw down the energy of your higher self so that you can meld and blend with that energy. And what this does is it aligns you, it resets you, it brings down the guidance that you need for any particular thing that's going on. You may not receive it at that moment, but it's like a zip file where it'll unzip when it is needed. And also that's healing energy that will go to the part of your physical being or your energetic being that it needs to go to. So a 5 minutes kind of like sitting in that energy will do the trick. The next tip is, and practice or tool as I should say, is practice being in the present moment, right? We are always living in the past, remembering things, or worried about the future, or planning for the future. We seldom stay in the present moment and appreciate what we have, appreciate the things around us, appreciate our company. Because face it, it's like we're always multitasking. And so multitasking is not, I mean, it kind of is being in the present moment, but it's not. So the way you would do this is set the intention to realize or notice the present moment, the things that are going on and around you, to be present with someone else. So that could be listening to sounds that are happening at that moment. That could be smelling the smell of the air, the food, any smells that are in the air, in your immediate surroundings, and our visuals, anything that you find of beauty. That something could be a home that's beautiful, or a room that has a beautiful layout, or the colors that are around you. You can appreciate the way you are looking that day, or appreciate the beauty in someone else. So just being in the present moment and noticing your surroundings for a few seconds to start off with is a way to do that. And you'll notice what you do is you set the intention, right? You're not gonna be, it probably may be hard to kind of like be in the present moment for a few days, but you'll notice that you'll you automatically stop, like probably the fourth or fifth day. You'll notice, hey, wait, I gotta practice being in the present moment. Let me deliberately notice what's going on in my surroundings. And that's how the ball will roll and momentum is built. So that'll happen more and more until it's done by default. And what this does is helps you kind of center and align you with source and being in the present moment and being in gratitude of that moment, which leads me to the next tip and trick for staying in alignment is the practice of gratitude. Being grateful for the little things, the foundational things, the things that we take for granted is the easiest way to do this. And that could be being grateful for your health and well-being, for being grateful for how your body operates without you consciously having to tell it to do anything, for your legs walking, for your arms being mobile and your hands being able to grab things, your eyesight, you being able to speak, you being able to hear, being grateful for your children, your family, for those that love and support you, and for having these people in your life. Being grateful for the home that keeps you warm and secure and comfortable. Being grateful for the job you have that brings abundance for the needs and wants of yourself and your family. So this will, just a few moments every day, will bring you into alignment. And what this does also is bring more of that which you're grateful for and then some. So that will build momentum as well and keep you in alignment. And the last but not least is what I call a DIY sound bath with the music of choice. Typically a sound bath is attending a crystal singing bowl session, a gong session, a Tibetan singing bowl session, where you pay and go to one of those, like it's a group class kind of, or a group session at a holistic center. You can also get this off of YouTube for like your own self personally, wherever you need it. Where it could be in your car, it could be like at your home, in your bedroom. But you can also listen to classical music. You can also listen to ambiance music. You can also listen to salvational frequency music to help you reset. Sometimes we have like to release the stuff from the day. It's like you need to release excess energy, so you kind of have to get worked up and kind of like work out that energy. Sometimes you will be more gravitating towards old music that you used to listen to back in the day when you were younger. It could be some heavy stuff. It could be something with like bass, and you're just kind of like bopping and just enjoying yourself. So this brings you into a place of happiness, into a place of enjoyment, which brings you into alignment with source and brings you to the present moment, and also at the same time brings a sense of gratitude for the music that you're enjoying. So again, you have affirmations, you have breath work with intention of centering, you have a quick 5-minute meditation to connect your higher self, you have practice being in the present moment, the practice of gratitude, and a DIY sound bath with the music of choice. Now remember, this is just as important as your foundational self-care. Now, what I mean by that is like brushing your teeth, eating healthy, exercising, fitting that in is very important. And so I would recommend writing it in your planner when you're planning your week, putting it in your phone, on your calendar, setting reminders so that you can see it every single, like multiple times throughout the day, so that you can create the habit, so that you can remember, and you'll remember on your own eventually where you won't need these prompts. But it's always good to write them in because sometimes, like, you know, life can get in the way and things can get crazy, and sometimes you need those written prompts to remind you of that. So I will always recommend, even though you feel like you're going to you come to a place where you don't really need a reminder, you'll be surprised, sometimes you do. So I would write it in every single week for your week. Keep it in your calendar on your phone. That way it'll remind you of doing that. Yeah, and so this will keep you in alignment with your higher self. It'll help you listen to the guidance of your spirit guides, to pay attention to synchronicities. It'll keep you in alignment with source and bring you into the flow of life. I've noticed that, one last word is, I've noticed that a lot of more people lately have become more cognizant and more aware of how important energy energy maintenance is important in their lives, because we've lived so long without paying attention to the spiritual aspect of us or our energetic aspect of us, and it's created problems. It creates an imbalance, and so we have to attend to that so that we can build a balance between the mind, body, and soul, and keep that Trinity balance. So and this will definitely you know, it will definitely take care of this aspect of you. So if you have another method that's really quick, let me know in the comments. Let me know. I'd love to learn new things and recommend new things. But this was actually something that's really quick that I've all are my go-tos. I know that there's other things out there, and there's many ways to do one thing. But I'd love to hear how you do your quick alignments throughout the day. So leave me a comment and or shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Maria@yoursoulperspective.com. With that said, until next time, much love. Mwah.